Hello everyone, welcome back again to Liverpool Report today. We've got the latest updates on our beloved club Liverpool, but before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of Liverpool Report news. Let's get started. Starman Mohamed Salah couldn't pass up Liverpool's second Premier League title triumph in 5 years without mentioning his former attacking partners Roberto Firmino and Sadio Mane, as well as Jurgen Klopp. The influential trio were the driving force behind the Reds' last title triumph under Klopp back in 2020 and terrorised many a Premier League defence during their heyday. But with both Mane and Firmino leaving Anfield, Salah has become the only one of the three to win a second domestic crown. Salah has been in sensational form this season, registering a remarkable 46 goal contributions in just 34 games to help inspire Arneslot's side to a record-equalling 20th domestic title. But while the Egyptian superstar couldn't help but share a thought for his old Anfield pals as the title celebrations got underway in the aftermath of Sunday's 5-1 thrashing of sorry Tottenham, he admitted this triumph felt far more special. Reflecting on the celebrations back in 2020, where COVID-19 restrictions prevented fans from attending Anfield for the trophy lift, Salah said, this is way better, 100%. Without Sadio, without Jurgen, without Bobby, with everybody, it feels more special, with the fans. But you have a different group now, a different manager, and you show you are able to do it again. It's something special. Much has been made of Salah's spectacular form this season under Slot, who has worked wonders during his first year at the helm after stepping into the void left by Klopp. And Salah took the opportunity to pay tribute to the Dutchman when he was cheekily asked if the former Feyenoord chief had made him a better player. The forward quipped, "You can see the numbers. Now I don't have to defend much. The tactics are quite different." I said, "As long as you rest me defensively, I will provide offensively. So I am glad that I did." He listened a lot, and you can see the numbers. When you play in the Premier League, you have to defend, but I said that I can gamble, and somehow I can make a difference. My number of assists shows that you can create chances as well. Liverpool finally sealed the Premier League title by crushing Tottenham 5-1 at Anfield. Dominic Solanke had given Spurs a shock lead with a thumping early header, only for Luis Diaz to get his team back on terms of VAR check seeing his goal given. And Anfield was once again back on its feet as Alexis McAllister thundered home a stunning second to put the Reds in front. Arne Slot's side all but got over the line with an hour still to play, as Cody Gakpo's clinical finish extended the advantage even further. There was just one man left to get in on the act, Mohamed Salah, and he duly did that just after the hour mark after a lethal Liverpool counter-attack. The hosts still had time to notch another as Destiny Udogie put through his own net. Here are all of the talking points from a day of celebration on Merseyside. For a long time, it's been a case of when and not if Liverpool would be crowned champions for the 20th time, matching Manchester United's record in the process. Just like in this game against Spurs, Slot's side have been by far and away the best team in the league this term and deservedly claim the tag of champions. The Dutchman has to take huge credit for not only doing it in style, but the fact that he has secured it during his debut campaign at Anfield is remarkable. And there are no signs of the Reds slowing down anytime soon. Mo Salah and Virgil-van-Dijk have signed new contracts, and with a couple of new signings, there is no reason why they can't challenge for back-to-back titles next term. But for the time being at least, let's let Slot's men celebrate a thoroughly deserved trophy. For all of the pre-match build-up and celebrations, it's clear that the visitors to Anfield simply did not get the message. Spurs actually enjoyed a bright start on Merseyside and took an early lead. Solanke out-jumped his marker to convert a thumping header. There were muted celebrations from the ex-Liverpool striker, while Reds players looked slightly dumbfounded at what had happened. The goal, however, triggered a roar among the home support, and the players reacted as they quickly found their equaliser. Just 4 minutes after Solanke's header had hit the back of the net, Liverpool were level. It was a goal befitting of the champions. A wonderful pass from Salah let Szoboszlai free down the right flank, and his low ball was tapped home by Diaz for his 12th Premier League goal of the campaign. Liverpool's celebrations were slightly cut short by the linesman's flag, but VAR intervened to give the goal and give the Colombian winger a second chance to toast his goal. If Liverpool's equaliser was a well-worked team strike that was precise and calculated in its nature, the second was a piece of individual brilliance. As Spurs attempted to play out from the back, Liverpool robbed the ball from them, and it eventually fell to Argentine playmaker McAllister. The former Brighton man didn't hesitate as he lined up a scintillating left-footed strike that flew into the top corner of the Anfield Road end net, and it saw the home crowd grow even louder as they got within touching distance of the title. Dutch forward Gakpo has certainly shown promise at Anfield since arriving from PSV, but there has been one slight doubt, whether he scored enough goals. But Gakpo has more than silenced those critics with a standout campaign. His clinical finish against Spurs was his 17th goal of the campaign, by far and away the most productive of his Liverpool career so far. With a Champions medal now in his trophy cabinet, it goes without saying that he will be aiming to add to that next season. There have certainly been some inspired performers among the Liverpool ranks this season, but one man stands higher than them all: Mohamed Salah. The Egyptian has enjoyed an absolutely brilliant campaign, and it was fitting that he was the one to complete the rout as he rounded off a brilliant counter-attack with a lethal near-post finish. It represented his 185th goal in the Premier League and sees him overtake Sergio Aguero as the international player with the most goals. Salah is now just one behind Alan Shearer's all-time record of 47 contributions in a single season, and no one would back against him in breaking that over the coming weeks. In what is potentially a sign of how dismal their own league campaign has been this season, Spurs broke their own record for the amount of changes they made to a Premier League lineup. Boss Postecoglou opted for 8 changes to his side. Only Guglielmo Vicario, Mathys Tel and Jed Spence were retained from the defeat to Nottingham Forest. It's understandable why they did that. Their Europa League campaign is far more important, while a top-half finish looks beyond them. But the simple fact that Spurs have gone to Anfield with basically nothing to compete for with 4 games of the season still to play is simply not good enough. And the fact they got thumped will do nothing to quell the crowd of discontent against Postecoglou's position. Liverpool are Premier League champions for the second time in 5 years, and the Reds have drawn level with Manchester United on a record 20 English League titles. A thumping 5-1 win over Tottenham on Sunday rubber-stamped Liverpool's latest triumph. Arneslot has led his side to success in his first season, as the Dutchman becomes just the 5th boss to win the Premier League in his maiden campaign in English football. Only Jose Mourinho, Chelsea 2005, Carlo Ancelotti, Chelsea 2010, Manuel Pellegrini, Manchester City 2013, and Antonio Conte, Chelsea 2017, have previously achieved the feat, with Claudio Ranieri, Leicester 2016, the only other boss to win the title in his first season at a club. Strikes from Luis Diaz, Alexis McAllister, Cody Gakpo and Mohamed Salah, plus an own goal from Destiny Udogie, were more than enough to secure the solitary point needed to mathematically clinch the title, with sorry Spurs barely putting up a fight. Liverpool's victory comes at the end of a dominant campaign, with Slot inheriting the side left behind to him by Jurgen Klopp, when the popular German departed last summer after almost 9 years in charge. Slot took Klopp's attack-minded team and has moulded it into a more well-rounded, solid unit, capable of playing possession-based football, but also moving through the gears to blow sides away. The Reds have held a vice-like grip to top spot in the table for virtually the entire season, and went 27 league games unbeaten between losing 1-0 at home to Nottingham Forest last September and being defeated 3-2 at Fulham earlier this month. Driven on by the goals and assists of Salah, who broke the 38-game Premier League record of 45 goal involvements with his assist for Diaz in the win over West Ham this month, Liverpool have secured the title with plenty of room to spare. Salah scored on the opening day victory at Ipswich Town and then never looked back, with the Egyptian topping both the goal and assist rankings in what will surely go down as the greatest individual season in Premier League history. Like Salah, Reds captain Virgil van Dijk came into the season with a question mark hanging over his future, with both the pair and homegrown right-back Trent Alexander-Arnold out of contract at the end of the season. But both Salah and Van Dijk have now extended their stays on Merseyside for 2 more years, and the Dutch centre-back will get to raise the Premier League trophy aloft at Anfield after the final match of the season against Crystal Palace on May 25th. Slot's ability to utilise the experience of the likes of Salah, Van Dijk, Alexander-Arnold, goalkeeper Alisson Becker and left-back Andy Robertson, all veterans of Klopp's 2019-20 title winners, with the club's more recently added talents, has been key to the title success. Centre-back Ibrahima Konate, initially overlooked by Slot, has struck up a fine partnership with Van Dijk this season, while the midfield, an area completely revamped by Klopp in the summer of 2023, has provided the energy so often needed in the Premier League. Dutch midfielder Ryan Gravenberch was redeployed into the deeper-lying number 6 position by his fellow countryman Slot at the start of the campaign, and it proved to be an absolute masterstroke as he's gone on to start every Premier League game in the position. Mac Allister, Dominic Szoboszlai and curtisjones have also all enjoyed fine campaigns in the Liverpool engine room, while Diaz and Cody Gakpo have shone in attack as goal-scoring backup to Salah. Diaz has enjoyed his best goal-scoring season at Liverpool and scored braces in big wins at Manchester United and Tottenham, and Gakpo scored 10 goals in 10 Anfield appearances in all competitions between November and February. Slot's Reds were comfortably able to see off what amounted to title challenges from their rivals, with reigning 4-in-a-row champions Manchester City imploding at the beginning of November as they went on a run of just 1 win and 6 defeats in 9 matches. After 5 wins and 2 draws from their opening 7 games, Arsenal ran into trouble in mid-October, and despite emerging from a 4-game winless run to go 15 games undefeated, they were unable to really get near a dominant Liverpool. The Reds will now play out the remainder of their fixtures before they lift the trophy on the final day of the campaign, with an open-top bus parade scheduled to take place in Liverpool on May 26th.